Everyone. Today we are going to interview someone very special in Indian chess. He's a young talent. He's just 11 years old, and recently at the Pune Grandmasters, he managed to score his second IM norm. He is Advik Agarwal. He's rated around 2340 and very soon to become an IM. And that's Advik for you. Fully focused, fully concentrated, and it gives me immense pleasure that today we are talking with him and we're going to go through his games. Hello, Advik.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
I am good, sir. How are you?
Very good. Advik, so nice to see you. Very quickly, you managed to score your second IM norm.
Yes.
We did an interview when you scored your first IM norm, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing. And you did it at a very tough tournament because it was a GM norm tournament happening in Pune. It was strong, yeah? Very strong tournament.
Right. It was a strong tournament.
So, was it very close to where you are living, the tournament?
I mean, it was 1 hour from, like, far from my home, but
Hmm.
in general, it was still okay because it is still in my home city only.
Did it help you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it made traveling a bit easier.
You didn't stay at the hotel.
No, no, no. I stayed
Oh,
at my home.
every day you are going back home.
Yeah.
Wow. But why you didn't stay at the hotel?
No, I mean, it was, I think, only for IMs and GMs. So I'm a, like,
Hmm.
FM now, so that's why I'm not.
Got it. Got it. So and plus there was only one round every day, so it's
Yeah.
manageable.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And Advik, we are doing this interview at 8. Right now it's 8:15 in the morning.
Yeah.
So generally, how is your schedule like? For a youngster like you, do you wake up and like already are practicing chess, or was it like, oh, today you had to wake up early because of this interview?
No, I mean generally I try to wake up at 7:30 in the morning and then try to work like for chess. I mean in general.
Okay. So the rest of the day is for chess. Yes. Now are you going to school today?
No, no.
No, just chess.
Yeah.
Any plans on chess practice today?
Yeah, I will like do chess today.
Yes, but what?
Yeah, in general solving puzzles and just seeing some recent tournament games and I mean watching some classics like that.
Okay, fantastic. So in this tournament, you managed to score, if I'm not mistaken, 5 out of 9 points. Correct?
Yes.
And I
Yes.
think the IM norm was at 5, or was it 4? And it was at
It
5
was
points.
fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so last round you needed a draw, you made it. But I think it
Yeah.
all began with the first round where you played really well and beat a grandmaster.
Yeah.
And that is, let's have a look at that game because that one was a very, very interesting game. You played against Aleksandrov, who is a very strong player.
Yeah.
Did you prepare against all the opponents? Because when you play a round robin event, you already know who your opponents are going to be, although you know the colors only one day before.
No, I mean I didn't get time to prepare because I immediately like came from the World Cup from
Hmm.
Batumi. So like I only had 1 day to there, so I just rested. And like when the pairing came, like then before every round I prepared because in general I have a lot of time.
Right. Did anyone help you with preparation, or you were doing it alone?
Yeah, I'm doing with GM Shadow sir with the preparation.
Shardul Gagre.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, amazing. He's very good at openings. So let's see how your games were. E4, E5. And Advik, what stood out for me in this game is your opening choice because you played an opening which is supposed to be rather harmless from black side.
Mm.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, generally, if black knows, then it's, I mean, mostly it should end in a draw, mostly lines, like if black wants to do. But then I was like, okay, I'm also facing a GM, so if it's a draw, I mean, it's still a good result for
A good
me.
starting point. It's,
Yeah.
I'll
But
tell you.
I was thinking that he might not like take a draw. Maybe he would like to try a bit against me.
I agree, yeah, like because Even when I've played this opening with black pieces against a lower rated player, I try to play for a win, but it's very solid. White's position is like, you know, so
Yeah,
perfect. The pieces are coming out, and
yeah, yeah.
it's easy to play as white.
Yeah, that's why generally in like when you want to fight for a win, maybe e4 e5 is not the most appropriate choice.
Mm, that's interesting. Also, knight f3, knight c6, knight c3. You can change something here, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. But what?
Yeah, maybe.
What to play? Yeah, knight f6 is the best move. If you play bishop c5, which I was
The
thinking, that
95 is coming. That's the
correct,
tactic.
and it's already slightly better for white.
Yeah.
Got it. So yeah, very very interesting choice of opening by you. And now this very interesting move h3, important because if you play queen f3 directly, there's bishop g4, so you stop that idea, right?
Yeah.
Bishop e6, queen f3, rook b8. He this was his first thing. He thought for 7 minutes and he played rook b8.
Yeah. I mean, I think generally he was trying to play some unusual moves because generally black first plays c6 and then goes bishop e6, rook b8 instead of. I mean, bishop e6 you can start with it, it doesn't matter much. But generally, I think he was trying to make some like unusual moves so that I can maybe get in some trouble. But in general, I mean, I think his idea was after rook b8, he wants to keep his pawn on c7 so he can later play c5.
Yeah, without losing a tempo.
Yeah.
But I just want to tell our viewers who may not know much about this opening that let's say after something like rook b8, if white ever goes bishop g5, let's say c6, just as an example, then such positions are very fine for black, right?
Yeah, I mean, generally you can go for these positions when black plays h6, then it is playable, but here maybe it is not so good. I mean, I think we should first maintain the tension and play something like knight e2, which looks logical, very.
Knight e2, so that the knight is looking at the f5 square, and now if
Yeah.
h6,
Now maybe we can take, I think it's playable, otherwise we can also maintain it.
maintain as in bishop f4, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Here you can come back, but take, and then knight g3, and you are looking at the f5 square. Even such a position should be fine for black, actually.
Yeah, I mean it's generally fine because what black can do when I go knight f5, he can play bishop f5, and then it's the opposite bishop color endgame. So
Mm.
generally it's equal only. But I mean,
Okay,
if
here I
like
lose a
white
piece.
wants a draw, then you can go for this line. Otherwise, if I prefer like to keep the bishop instead of this line.
Right, right. Okay. I'm a bit curious about your move that you chose in the game, which is rook d1. Was it part of your preparation?
No, I mean I was thinking only, but I generally knew the ideas in this. Like you generally go bishop f4, knight e2, and my point was rook d1 is when he will play c6. Then after bishop f4, it would come with a tempo. That's why.
Hmm. Okay, so rook d1, you're waiting for him to commit the c pawn before moving your
Yeah.
bishop. He went bishop e7, and now he's saying to you that hey, now you can't move because b2 is hanging.
Mm.
And so you said, okay, I'll play b3 to put my bishop on b2, and he went c6. I thought he will play c5, right? Like he was
Yeah.
building up towards it. Maybe better move, yeah, c5.
Yeah, yeah. I think c5 would have been slightly more better than c6.
Okay, c6, and now you played bishop f4, not bishop b2. I think your idea was just to save the pawn here, and bishop comes
Yeah.
to f4. He played rook b7, knight e2. All very typical. The knight usually goes from e2 to g3 or f4 if you move the bishop away. And now c5 he played. Did you already start feeling a bit like, okay, this is my opponent hasn't played the opening in the best possible way?
I mean, instead of c6, it would have played something else. Maybe it should be fine. But after c5, now I thought I can get some chances because now his d5 pawn is a bit weak. And if I somehow bring my knight to f4, then I could have some chances because then I can attack the pawn. That's why.
Hmm. So you had an option between bishop g3 and bishop e5, right? Like, did
Yeah.
you consider which way to go?
I mean, I only considered bishop e5. I think bishop e5 was not the most best accurate move. I think bishop g3 was the best.
Hmm.
But my point was bishop e5 because later when I get knight f4, I could also maybe take on f6 and then take the d5 pawn because of the pin. There could be some ideas like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's the more logical move, putting pressure here. Maybe he should have already pulled the brakes by playing bishop d6 here,
Hmm.
and trying to trade that bishop.
Yeah, yeah.
But he went knight d7, a logical move. You came back. You were actually provoking him, like, okay, anyway, d4 is not possible, b7 is hanging, so you put your bishop here.
Yeah.
Now he went bd6. Maybe he should have done bishop f6, yes?
Yeah, yeah, bishop f6. Actually, I was thinking you might will play bishop f6. Then I was thinking maybe I can just play bishop f6, queen f6, and enter an endgame. Maybe that is possible. Like take knight f4. That looks playable.
Right. And this should have been chosen by Alexandrov as
Yeah.
black. But he played bishop
Bishop
d6.
e6 looked actually logical because maybe his idea would be knight e5. But now I mean I can simply play knight f4. Like
Okay, now Advik, your tactics start to come out. Yeah, let's see. If knight e5, I already see some here,
yeah, yeah,
here,
yeah. That
here.
was coming. I saw.
So take, and I think you can just simply not even try to win a pawn. You can go queen h5,
Yeah, yeah.
and this is game over with a double attack. So he couldn't do knight e5. And I mean, giving up this bishop would be quite bad. I mean, this is just clear advantage. So
But
he.
knight b6 I think was just a blunder. I mean.
Hmm. What were you expecting here as
I
a
was
defense?
maybe expecting bishop takes f4 only because I mean it looks bad, but then like what he can do because d5 is also hanging and maybe now he has to just play this position and try to keep it like bishop e6, knight d7, just like that. But it is definitely good for him.
Yeah. Is it right to say, Advik, that you are a tactical player?
I mean, in general, not particularly, but I can play like positional and tactical both. It depends on the position.
Okay, got it. So knight b6, and now guys, I want you to pause this video and think. I'm also going to add this position, exactly this one, to actually not here. First Advik took, because there are other possible better moves, I mean good moves as well, like knight e6, but here you should think what should white play, and Advik calculated, I think, a good line here, um, which I guess Alexandrov might have thought from a distance that is fine for him, but the moment you enter in, it's not. It's very accurately calculated. So white to play. So Advik, how difficult was it for you to see like 2-3 moves ahead? It must be easy or not?
Mean, it was easy only. Like here, I just thought like Queen H5 is coming, G6, Bishop G6. Like that was
By
my
the way,
first intention.
h6 is bad because queen g6, right?
Yeah,
So g6. And I
yeah.
think
But first,
Alexandrov was banking on this idea
yeah,
that takes, and he will play d4.
yeah. But I think he missed Bishop B4. That's the point.
That's the key point. Because look, if you take here, queen g6 is a mate. So
Yeah,
he was thinking d4, and now if the bishop moves, take, take, and suddenly the rook can come to g7.
yeah.
That was his idea. But Advik had seen this, although I think maybe Alexander also assessed that this position with two rooks here, the bishop here, maybe some compensation.
I mean, probably, but I think this should be clearly better for me.
Mm. But here also you have to play very accurately. If you
Yeah,
play bishop b2, then black is winning.
yeah.
Why? Can you explain?
I think there could be some ideas and yeah, Rook G, no, not Rook G5, but maybe for Queen F6 coming. Then queen f6, queen f4 is one idea. f2 is
Exactly.
hanging.
F4 square. I think that is the point. Queen F6,
Yeah,
Rook F1, what you played in the game,
queen
and now
f4.
Queen F4. And if the bishop is on D2, that's not coming.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I played bishop d2.
Nice, nice. Bishop D2, Queen F6, and Rook F1. And now you're simply a pawn up. And what I liked in this game, Advik, is your conversion. Very smooth. Takes. Can you give some advice to our viewers on how to convert such better positions? Did you train something for it?
I mean, not particularly, but yeah, just looking at some games. But in general, I mean, for conversion, the easiest part is to just play normally. Like, don't think, like, take any risk, because when you are like a pawn up or something up, and yeah, just like play normally, don't take any risk, and just eventually, slightly by slightly improve your position.
Hmm.
Here I already saw this bishop e2 rook e7 idea, and now I'm just winning the queen. I mean, the queen or the knight.
Because h7 is a mate or
Yeah,
d7 falls. Yeah, smoothly played. And with this win, I think you were already pumped up that, okay, I can do well in this tournament. And
yeah.
then uh, the tournament went on. You actually managed to then draw with Akshay Borgaonkar. You drew with Kannan Vaidyanathan. You drew with De Silva. And then you lost to Abhijit Gupta. So that must have been a little bit tough, yeah, that game.
Yeah,
And so then you faced the 98th Grandmaster of India, who was not yet the 98th Grandmaster. He was the kind of the most important achievement he made at the tournament. You played Ashwat in the 6th round. And let's have a look at this game. D4, knight f6, knight f3, g6. Did you know he'll play the London system?
yeah, yeah. I had prepared it.
Oh, okay, let's see. E3, castles, bishop e2, d6. Do you like to play King's Indian?
Yeah,
H3, knight d7, castles. Now you can't play e5 so easily because this square is
yeah,
well guarded. So you played b6. Okay, interesting. There's also something like queen e8, no, to play here, e5.
yeah, yeah. We need is a typical idea in like this structures to play easily.
Okay. Your idea is to play bishop b7 and maybe then rook e8 and e5, yeah? A4, bishop b7. I'm surprised with this move because generally when they play a4, you kind of play a6, so a5, b5, right?
Yeah, but generally I knew like after bishop b7, if white plays a5, then we can play like b takes a5, rook takes a5, then
Uh-huh.
c5 is coming,
Hmm.
and the rook is attacked, and like after something like rook a1, now knight d5, like attacking the bishop, and then like when the bishop move, I can bring my knight to b6, the d5 knight, and this is good for black because my pieces are very strong on the queen side. I can even play a5, a4.
Wow, that's amazing. That's great preparation and putting pressure like this. Nice. Bishop here. Okay. So that's why Ashwat was maybe also in his prep. He played knight to c3. Did you find this move a bit weird or it's still preparation?
I mean, it felt a bit weird. I mean, not didn't remember my preparation very good, but I think I had seen like knight c3 in this structure. White can go because in general, white goes for c3 knight with d2 in the London system, but here it's actually playable.
Got it. Okay. Now let's see how you deal with this. You played a6. That's logical now. a5, b5, right?
Hmm.
Rook e1. Maybe he wants to play now a little bit like bishop f1, e4, right? This is
Yeah.
the setup he wants. And now you played queen e8 with the idea of e5, bishop c4, and you played e5. He went back, knight e4. Okay, tell me, how did you decide on this move, knight e4?
I mean, I I wanted to trade some pieces like his knight on c3, like after knight e4, knight e4, bishop e4, and that position was looking decent for me. But maybe I think that wasn't maybe most appropriate choice. Maybe I should have played something like h6. Maybe I'm not sure.
Just waiting. Or queen
Yeah,
e7, improving.
yeah, yeah.
What about e4? Is that something that crossed your mind?
E4 I was actually considering, but then after knight d2, now I don't want to play d5 because if I play, then his bishop on g3 gets completely open.
Hmm. And such a position is usually good for white because knight e2, knight f4, and c4 break. It's looking like free play for white.
Yeah,
So you went knight e4, takes, and he went c3. He built up this nice sort of uh, barricade against your bishop. You went back, and he played e4. Okay, white looks already slightly better
yeah,
here.
yeah.
King h8. So, what would be your advice, or just sharing your thoughts when you play such a GM norm tournament, and you've already you won your first round, you played well, but then you lost your fifth round, and now you're facing another strong player, 2500 plus. Um, what kind of mindset do you have? Like, is it be solid? What would you say?
I mean, generally, I would try to be solid against higher rated players, but in general, like if I get chance, then I will try to win. But yeah, in general, my aim is to be solid, like so at least I don't try to, I don't lose the game. Yeah, but in general, I mean, yeah, and also I was very last year in this tournament, so generally I was playing all like higher rateds.
Hmm. Okay, king h8. Is king h8 any idea of pushing f5? It doesn't look
Yeah,
likely, right? Or is it?
no, I think it is because maybe I like not here, maybe probably like I mean almost like working. Yeah, F5, Rook F5 could be one idea actually.
And unleashing this bishop. That's your
Yeah.
point.
Hmm.
Got it. Okay, it looks. Although you have to be very careful about the knight jump here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And these things. Okay, let's see how you queen e2, and boom, you played f5. Wow. Okay, that's a great idea. I'm sure that it looks dangerous because the bishop stands here. There's pressure on e5. You have to be very accurate.
Yeah, but otherwise, if I don't play F5, then I have no counterplay because he's a good center. My bishop on B7, G7 are also very passive. So I mean, I need to play active. So that's why I played F5.
Okay. Knight g5. He came in. I'm sure you had calculated this. Okay, I
Yeah, yeah.
want to now think what to do. If fe4, I think knight e6 is a
Yeah, yeah,
problem,
96 is coming.
and then you are in trouble.
Hmm.
So you went f4, you closed the position. He went back. And should you go rook f6 now?
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
Rook
rook
F6.
f6. Okay. Bishop d5. Had you seen this move, bishop d5?
Yeah, I had seen it, but I mean, I wanted to play c6 because if I take, then it's just horrible. I mean, take, his knight can come to e6 and he has full control over the light squares.
True, true. So c6, bishop went back, and now you can push the knight away at 6. Knight
Mm.
f3. Okay. So now you have space. Did you
Yeah.
feel like now this position is good?
Yeah, I was feeling like now it's pretty decent because before when he had like this e4, c3, it wasn't feeling very good when my pawn was on f7. But now I think I have some chances because I can also create counterplay on the king side later with g5, h5. There could be one idea.
Oh, definitely, definitely. G5, h5, g4 in the spirit of King's Indian. You
Yeah.
first went queen e7, rook d1, rook f8. Okay, this is surprising because I thought you'll bring your other rook here.
No, I mean because I thought there could be some pressure coming on the d6 pawn after d takes e5 some idea. So I first wanted to protect it and that's why I brought my rook back.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Queen c4 and rook e8. Okay, this is a little bit curious. Yeah, what's the idea of this move?
Yeah, I mean, because I think he wanted to play queen e6, so I wanted to stop it.
Oh, you want to keep the queens because you have this attacking idea. Yeah, later.
Yeah, and also after like in the end game, I think it shouldn't be good for black because I mean after d5, I could also have some weaknesses like d6, c6 response. That's why.
Got it. Okay, rook e8, rook d1. Okay, he's trying to come on the d file.
Yeah.
So now does he's no, he's not. He's threatening, but you can always take with the knight attacking the queen, and when he takes here, you can take with the pawn. But then there's rook d7.
I need to take it with the bishop probably.
Take with the bishop and then defend this. Yeah, that's a good idea actually.
Mm.
Okay, let's see if you did this. You played b5, did g5. So then was possible, yes?
Yeah, I probably should have played g5, but I just wanted to kick the queen away from c4. I mean, it was feeling bit irritating. Yeah, because here maybe he could play queen b4, which could be one idea now, like to attack the b6 d6 pawns.
Right. I think one of the main reasons why black is better here is this bishop on h2.
Yeah,
Very passive. Okay, b5, queen f1. Okay. And now you came back to d8, king h1, and c5. Trying to clarify the situation, right? Like you want him to take so you can take back with the knight.
yeah.
He took, ooh, takes, and de. If queen takes b5,
e4 is hanging.
queen takes e4, bishop takes e4 is the point. So he went d, you took with the knight, he took here, you took with the bishop, he played bishop d5 and rook b8. Nice move. So that you can defend b5. f3. How did you assess this position?
I'm feeling good actually for black because I mean my bishop on e5 is strong, but the point is like it is doing not much because it is protecting that d6 pawn generally, and I mean his pawn on c3 bit was also blocking it, so I wanted to play b4
Yes,
so that I can open it up.
correct. And if he plays something like c4, you can also play b3. This becomes a
Yeah, yeah.
weakness. Rook
C4,
b4.
I think it's not good because then I get just very active. Like, I think he should just maintain it. What he did, I think, in the game. Yeah, Bishop G1.
Were you feeling a bit ambitious, or right now you were like, okay, it's only equal?
I mean, it was feeling equal only because I didn't like find a very good way to improve the position. Because I mean, also there could be ideas of rook takes d6
Hmm.
later to sacrifice an exchange and just open up my king.
Right. And here you repeated and agreed to a draw.
Yeah.
Although, do you think you should have continued playing here, or it's fine?
Maybe I could have played a little bit, like something like Queen C7 here. Maybe I could have maybe played a bit,
Hmm.
but I mean, okay, it's draw. I mean, draw is also fine because it's also like 2500.
Hmm. And let him also make a GM norm. Okay, so very nice, Advik. Well done. This is a great game. And lastly, before we end the analysis of these positions, I think your win against Nitish Belurkar in the next round was a key one
Yeah.
and a crazy game, right? Like, just I'm not going to go deeply and analyze this because it will take us another 1 hour to analyze this game. But this game, I must say, went on for like I don't know how many moves, even 140,
150 moves.
150. Is it the longest you have ever played?
No, I have played 250 also.
No way. Where?
In Blitz, I played. I mean, not in classical. Classical, this is the highest.
Wow. Okay, you were better. You won a pawn here.
Yeah, but then I completely messed up.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. This should have been clearly better, but I just gave him counterplay. I missed this rook c5 idea actually later, which came. I mean, yeah, here rook c5, knight c3, rook a5, and then I'm getting mated.
Oh my God. You must have got a bit worried here.
Yeah, yeah. Now I was like, okay, now I should have like if I draw, it's fine now because
Because you
now I
can't
am.
even do a3, right?
Yeah,
Yes, so
yeah. Because
takes,
take
takes,
rook
and
a3, bishop c1 is coming.
so you're very passive suddenly. And now, even though you're a pawn up, it's black who has all the trump cards.
He should have played f5 actually to prevent g4. I had seen this, but I mean, I thought, okay, now maybe I would try to break with a3 some later. But rook c7 was definitely a mistake because now I got g4. Now, actually, I was again a bit better, but here I should have played rook g1 instead of g5.
But this is scary, right?
Yeah, it was feeling scary, but actually, after g5, my passer is very strong.
And this is winning. Nice. So g5.
But now again, he was maybe slightly preferable. But I mean, I thought, okay, this endgame I can hold because there are two less pawns, and if I just defend my c2 pawn, then it is just a draw.
Hmm. Now I think your opponent tried too hard to win. Did he get a winning
Yeah.
position?
No, no, he never got a winning position.
Now he never got. Okay, so from here you were okay with a draw here, of course, because
Yeah, I mean, here I couldn't do
you
anything.
can't do anything, and then so you're moving, and Nitish was like trying for some tricks, some plans, and these are already 100 plus moves done.
Here he thought that now he's winning because he's getting the c2 pawn, but actually I had seen this rook d7, knight c2, rook d5.
Oh, good defense. Because if he moves the rook, then you take b5.
Yeah.
And now it suddenly starts to happen that there is nothing much for black here.
Yeah. It's just a fortress, I mean.
He's also trying to give you a knight, yeah? And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
take, I'll win this position. But you're like, no, I don't need the knight.
Hmm.
Did you in your wildest dreams think you would win here?
No.
By the way, this
Here
is
I was winning
this is
actually.
winning.
BA4, BA4,
Because what
BD7.
changed from that position?
No, because my bishop was on G8, so that's why I couldn't get this idea.
Hmm. So take, and now bishop d7 is the key move. Oh, got it. Because if b3, you can take and come back to c2. So he has to play a3, and you just simply
Bishop
snub the
E7.
pawn.
I just missed this because like in the game I was just thinking, okay, I cannot win this at all costs. I mean, he can if he does anything, but here I mean, okay, this was easy. I think I should have found this.
But when you're playing such a long game, it's sometimes your mind is not like I want to win. You are just holding.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so actually, kudos to you that you managed to find this. Uh, I mean, here when he
I mean,
played.
here I was actually very lucky in this game because generally, I mean, this should have been like the correct result was a draw only. But I mean, knight g1 was just, I mean, I'd seen knight g1 because his idea was knight e2, knight c1. But then I saw bishop g4 is coming and the knight is just trapped.
Yeah, I think he lost his sense of danger here. And always a
Yeah,
very good idea to remember is that if you leave two squares and put the bishop here, then the knight is dominated on the
yeah.
edge of the board. And wow. So this became a key game for you. With this win, you managed to reach 4 points out of 7. And
Hmm.
then very steadily on the last two rounds, you managed to draw with Fedorov and Kushagra Mohan. So a very professional performance, Advik, at just 11 years. Very, very cool performance. So what's next, Advik, now for you?
The next time, like leaving tomorrow for Dole Open in France, and then I will probably play Abu Dhabi Festival.
Wow. So I caught you on a perfect day
Huh.
because I came back today like late in the night from the US. So I
Oh.
managed to catch you. and now you'll go to the Dole Open. And so maybe our
Yeah.
next interview is when you finish your third IM norm, yeah?
Yeah.
And your IM title.
Yeah.
Okay, Advik, good luck. Are you going
Thank you,
alone
sir.
or are you going with someone?
No, with my dad I am going.
With your dad? Are you
Yeah.
excited for Dole Open? It's a very tough tournament, I've heard, like many strong
Yeah, yeah.
players.
Yeah.
What's your seeding like? I think you will be some 100th seed.
150.
150.
Yeah.
Wow. That's actually an incredible tournament that you're playing, and we'll follow you,
Yeah.
Advik. And you didn't tell me. You were saying I was asking you what's your schedule for today. You could say I'm going to pack today my bags.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I also will pack my bags and then, I mean, also prepare a bit of chess.
Okay, I wish you the best and see you soon, Advik.
Thank you, sir. Bye.